Impressionism by the Back-to-Bach program. So what is Impressionism? Impressionism is a 19th century art movement characterized by its focus on capturing the fleeting moments and effects of light, atmosphere, and color on everyday subjects. It's known for its visible brush strokes, bright colors, and loose, informal style, often painting outdoors in open air and plein air. The movement was a rejection of traditional academic painting, subjects, techniques, and the studio-based practices of academic art, instead embracing a more spontaneous modern style. An example of this was painting en plein air, or outdoors, prompting artists to capture scenes as they saw them in open air. The medium of choice for many Impressionist artists were oil paints for their ability to create vibrant colors and allow for the broken brush technique, yielding short, visible strokes of paint that capture a sense of light and movement.
Now, for the context of the Impressionist art movement. Before, Impressionism was partly a response to the Realism and Romanticism movements that had preceded it. Instead of the detailed photorealistic methods of painting, Impressionists used more blurred and choppy technique. Post-Impressionism followed Impressionism and shared in the Impressionist belief that color itself could have emotional meaning apart from form and structure.
The Anonymous Society of Painters, Sculptors, etc. started the Impressionist movement in France in 1847. This was because the group wanted independence from the Salon, where jury artists would award selected artwork due to discrimination against Impressionist art. Founding members of Impressionism included Claude Monet, Edgar Degas, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, and Camille Pissarro, to name a few.
The subjects of Impressionism art focused on the ordinary scenes of everyday life, such as landscapes, cityscapes, and people in their leisure activities, rather than historical or religious subjects. Impressionism themes stressed focusing on the moment, capturing a fleeting moment or impression of a scene, rather than creating a detailed or idealized representation. Impressionism also emphasized light and atmosphere, seeking to capture the way light and atmosphere affected colors and forms, often focusing on the transient nature of light. Impressionist paintings also often featured visible brushstrokes rather than the traditional smooth surfaces. Additionally, Impressionistic art used bright and unblended colors to depict the effects of light and create a sense of vibrancy. Shadows were even often done in color.
So here are we're going to present some notable figures in the Impressionist art movement, starting with Claude Monet. Monet is often considered a founding father of Impressionism. He painted in open air frequently and in natural light and did not conform to conventional art standards. Monet used more colors, smaller strokes, contrasting complementary hues in his art, and some of his famous works include Impressionism Sunrise, Water Lilies, and Rouen Cathedrals. Some of Monet's notable works are the Water Lily Pond, painted in 1899, and Impression Sunrise, painted in 1872, and both are oil on canvas.
Edward Manet's composition focused a lot on Parisian life. He preferred to capture common objects such as cafes, bars, urban life, and everyday people and workers. His art is characterized by loose strokes and canvas that was not fully covered. Some of Manet's notable works are The Balcony and The Railway.
Edgar Degas, like Manet, Degas focused on aspects of Parisian life, preferring lower class subjects and taking inspiration from modern day life. He painted human figures, especially female subjects, and used unusual angles and artificial light. Degas rejected a lot of the traditional academic ideals of historical subjects. Some of his notable works are The Ballet Class, painted in 1871, and In a Cafe, painted in 1873. Both of these are oil on canvas paintings.
Next, we have a Pierre-Auguste Renoir, and Renoir also focused on the leisure of Parisian life. He is celebrated as a talented colorist, and his artistic style captures the movement of light and shadow using multicolored strokes and a bright atmosphere. Additionally, he had a strong interest in human figures as well. Some of Renoir's notable works are The Luncheon of the Boating Party, painted in 1881, and The Dance at Le Moulin de la Galette, painted in 1876, and both are oil and canvas paintings.
Camille Pissarro is considered a founder of Impressionism. He was a driving force behind the first Impressionist exhibition and the only Impressionist artist who exhibited paintings in all 8 Impressionist exhibitions. His art mainly focused on the effects of light on color. In his art, Pissarro favored rural subjects, capturing the daily life of peasants in Paris, and was heavily influenced by politics. Some of Pissarro's notable works are the Boulevard Montmartre, At Night, and Halais Hill Pontoise.
The response of the general public to the new Impressionism movement. Sorry. At first, conservative critics complained that the work looked unfinished and sketch-like, viewing it as crude and lacking artistic merit. Many elite Parisian salons for art even discriminated against and rejected the display of Impressionism art. On the other hand, progressives appreciated its depiction of modern life, and later, the art form became more widely accepted and popular. Today, Impressionism is a highly valued and popular art movement, with works being sought after by collectors and museums alike. Thank you for listening, and here is the list of sources for your reference.